Real quick before we get into the video today, just want to let everybody know that I will be joining Tom Merritt and Brian Brushwood tonight on The Cord Killers. This is a weekly podcast that they have done. You may have seen Tom Merritt before at TWiT or at CNET. Brian Brushwood has worked with Discovery and I think it's Scam School and other places. They have had a cord cutting podcast for quite some time and they've invited me out to join them for tonight as a guest. So if you are interested in learning more about cord cutting, some of the biggest stories, check us out, 7 p.m. Eastern, link in the show notes to watch us live. Of course, there's an audio version and a video version on YouTube posted afterwards. But you can join us, join the chat, and come out and support us. So 7 p.m. Eastern, Monday night, when I'm posting this, link in the show notes down below. All right, let's get back to the Cord Cutting Today video. Welcome to Cord Cutting Today for October 7th, 2019. This is the show where I break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting right now and give you my opinion on them. Now, if you want to learn more about these stories, in the show notes down below, I'll put a link to each story so you can read about them for yourself. Come up with your own opinions. We'll love to hear from you. And if you're new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we're doing. Hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. Well, a lot has been happening this weekend. Very busy weekend, very busy Monday morning in the world of news. But first, let's take a look at a great deal. Roku is having a clearance sale on their older 2018 models, select models of Roku stream players, including the Roku Ultra for $69.99. You can get the Roku Premiere 4K for just $29. That's a 4K HDR streaming player for $29. If 4K isn't important to you, you can get a Roku Express for $26.98 or a Roku Stick, the HD version, for $39.99, down from $49.99. Great pricing. A few things to remember: the 2019 Roku Ultra and Roku Express are coming out very soon. Available for pre-order, the Roku Ultra 2019 is $99.99. The 2019 Roku Express, which has the same performance, uses a little bit less power, makes it easier to power off your TV's USB port, is on sale for $29.99. So if you're willing to pay a little bit more, the $99 Roku Ultra is slightly faster, not dramatically so, but slightly faster, and it includes a few additional bells and whistles that the 2018 model doesn't, like a programmable quick button launches on the remote, a mute button on the remote, things like that. So check those out. Link in the show notes if you want to help support Cord Cutters News. Check out the affiliate links down there. And now let's get into the news of the day. All right, Roku has added interactive pop-up ads with the Roku 9.2 OS update. If you remember last week when I was talking about the Roku OS 9.2 update coming out and the quicker launch features, the saved shortcuts and that kind of stuff, I mentioned that Roku often slips things into updates that they didn't announce. Now we learned one of those things is interactive ads. So this doesn't affect streaming. These ads only appear when you're watching with an antenna or like a cable box if you're connecting that to an HDMI port, for example. But what we saw is Roku, in our example, had partnered with Geico, and when a Geico commercial played, a pop-up ad down here showed up that said, hey, on the Roku channel, this horror movie or show is coming up, set a reminder, sponsored by Geico. So the ad was related to what was happening in the commercial that was happening on the TV. So Geico and Roku partnered to create these interactive ads. You can definitely see a world here where, you know, you're watching an ad for a new movie, you know, Fandango pops up down here, pre-order your tickets now, click here to whatever. So you could definitely see the implementation here. I talked to Roku over the weekend. They said that this is for TV inputs only, so antenna, cable, that kind of stuff, only for the commercial. So it's not like you're going to get a pop-up ad over a TV show or over a movie. These are partnered with the commercials happening there, and it's only on the inputs. The good news about it is you can disable them. I have the steps on how to disable these ads there. Problem is, disabling these ads also disables the more ways to watch. If you've ever watched Roku and you've been watching Seinfeld and you ever have pop up like, oh, hey, this Seinfeld episode's available at Hulu. Would you like to watch the very next episode too? That kind of stuff, which is, I think, pretty cool feature. You know, if I'm finishing a Seinfeld episode and want to watch more, lists out a few different ways to do that. Disabling the pop-up ads also disables the more ways to watch, so keep that in mind. But if you let me know what you think of this. Does that deter you? Have you seen the new ads? And what do you think of them? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. All right, moving on to the Amazon Fire TV. Amazon today announced a ton of new products, including new improved parental controls with the Fire TV FreeTime and FreeTime Unlimited. Currently, only select models have this feature with the Roku sticks, and the Roku TV Edition smart TVs are coming soon. No word on the Fire TV Cube at this moment getting this feature, but it allows you to limit where your kids can access. You can set time limits, so you can say they can only use their Fire TV from this time to this time, that kind of stuff. Or once they've hit X amount of hours of streaming per day, it shuts off. If you've ever used FreeTime on the Fire tablets, you're going to be right at home here. And it also includes access where you can say only kid-friendly content. One of the big complaints about the Fire TV has been it promotes Amazon content, and sometimes not all that is kid-friendly. Now with FreeTime included on select Fire TV models, you can now go in there and say, hey, I only want kid-friendly content. I can limit age. I can target this kind of content or that, giving parents a lot of control over their Fire TV. This is kind of similar to what Roku did with the Roku channel's new kids section recently, but this is over the entire Fire TV user interface there. So really cool feature. I really love the fact that more parental controls are coming to the Fire TV, that parents have the ability to say, hey, you know what, the TV's the bad guy here. Maybe I'm a parent of a 6-year-old. I understand the fights over TV time. And I'll be like, oh, look, well, hit your quota. I can't do anything about it. The Fire TV says we're done for the day. Kind of nice, but overall, the real selling point here, I think, is the ability to limit what content they can see and not have them maybe run into some adult-oriented content, not inappropriate content, but maybe R-rated content and more on the Fire TV you don't want your kids, or maybe 4, 5, or 6 running into. So keep that in mind. Let me know if you've had this, been able to play around with it. The update's rolling out today to the Fire TV sticks, sometime in the future to select Fire TV Edition. Smart TVs, no word again on Fire TV Cubes. All right, jumping back to Roku. Roku and Walmart announced that they're releasing their first joint product under the ONN brand, which is Walmart's generic brand, which is a Roku-powered soundbar and subwoofer. And the soundbar comes with a Roku player built in. You probably heard us about a month ago announce that Roku was releasing a soundbar. They still have the Roku branded one on their website. But if you walk into a Walmart for $129, you can get a Blast soundbar from ONN that comes with a Roku built in. It's the Roku Sound Bar, which includes the pass-through, all that kind of stuff on it. And it will allow you to get it a little cheaper under the Walmart brand. Now we'll try to get our hands on this, see if there's anything different in the OS maybe. I'm assuming Voodoo, like with all Rokus you buy at Walmart, will be preloaded on it. But this is a pretty cool partnership. Roku announced this. We broke the news that something like this would happen last summer. But Roku said that audio and streaming player products would be coming. This is the first one. I wouldn't be surprised at all if more Roku partner or products come out under the Walmart ONN brand. Well, this is kind of like Amazon's basic brand. This is Walmart's brand, where they take partnerships with companies like Roku, and they take their content, they slap their brand name on it, and then they sell it in Walmart stores slightly cheaper. So good news for Roku. One more product in Walmart. It's one more option. Great thing here too is recently the only way to really get the Roku sound bars has been, or the sound speakers, was to walk into or order online, or I think Best Buy now has some of them. Now you're going to be able to walk into a Walmart and get the Roku sound speakers there with a built-in Roku. Pretty cool feature. I have the first generation Roku sound speakers. Very, very happy with them. We do have a review unit of the second gen sound bar with Roku built in coming soon. Hopefully we'll give you a full review of that once we have our hands on it. Let me know what you think of this though, what you think of the options here and of the Walmart and Roku partnership. All right, over the weekend on Sunday, Dish and Sling TV announced that they have struck a new deal with Fox and have re-added for Dish FS1, FS2, BTN, and more. For Sling TV, no BTN yet. No word on that's going to be coming. But FS1, FS2, Fox locals have been re-added to Dish and Sling TV there. Now, often when a new deal is struck, it often takes a few weeks, a few months, especially for sports channels, and I'll get to that in a minute, to be added. So we'll have to wait and see what was all in this new deal. All we got was a little press statement that said, hey, these channels have been re-added. We have a new multi-year deal here. And for instance, when Dish, quite a few years ago now, had this with NFL Network, the NFL Network was re-added. It took a couple weeks, but then the NFL Network appeared on Sling. Hopefully this means maybe Sling TV will be getting BTN. Now Fox News was under a different contract, not a part of these talks, so don't know if what this means for the possibilities of Fox News coming to Sling TV. I know a lot of people have asked for that. They have MSN and CNN and others right now, but not Fox News. So we'll have to wait and see. Of course, no one's really talking about what this means in the long term. No one's announced any details of this deal, other than to say that the channels are now once again live on Sling TV and Dish. So good news for Sling TV customers. Check out the post down below if you want to learn the full breakdown, which channels are going on Sling and which ones are back on Dish exclusive. All right, next story. One of the things that happened earlier this year is Sling came to my home and did an antenna install. So Sling for a couple years now has offered antenna installs, $99 for the indoor, $150 for an outdoor install. Includes the price of the antenna, so you're getting the antenna for that price and the install. Some people said, hey, is this really a true review because Sling paid for it? They set it up. Did they give you favorable treatment? So I waited a few months and set one up for my mother-in-law's house. We're in a different state, different last name, and I'm pleased to report that it went exactly as my install did. I called on Thursday. They offered a couple options. I picked a Saturday install, so 2 days later. They came in the afternoon. They gave me a wide range window, but Saturday morning they called and said, hey, your tech will be coming within this about hour-and-a-half window. Once he got there, it took him about an hour to install it on the roof, run the cable in, connect it to the antenna. My in-laws are not tech savvy. They showed them how to work the inputs, scanned it. They went up from about 10 channels on an indoor antenna to 37 with an outdoor antenna, including all the locals. They really wanted ABC. That was the one they couldn't get with their indoor antenna they wanted. That worked perfectly for them. So they were all set up. And it was very quick, very easy. They got what they paid for. They are not Sling TV customers at that address. They don't have it. But Sling still sent out a Dish tech to do the work. Dish owns Sling, so Sling TV's doing or selling the installs with the Air TV brand, and Dish techs are actually doing it. So I was very impressed. The process of setting up the appointment was very quick. I think I waited about 10 minutes on hold. The setting up the appointment took maybe 6 minutes. It took a little longer. He said he had a little computer problem and had to re-give them my credit card information with that. But it still only took less than 10 minutes once I was on the phone with a tech. They gave me some options to pick from for the install. Boom. So for everybody who asks, could you do this where it wasn't a Sling paid for setup event? We did, and I'm pleased to announce that I was very happy. If you want to learn more about the install or find out about it, check out the show notes down below. Best Buy does this, and so does Amazon. They charge more last time I checked, though pricing varies by where you live. Where I checked, Amazon wanted over $200, and then I had to buy and supply the antenna. So with this deal, at $150, Sling paid for it and installed it. So Sling's been a great partner. They bought ad space on the site to promote their installs, antenna install there, just to be fully transparent on that. But they had no idea we were doing this test. They had no idea my in-laws in a different state would be the ones where this tech would show up and do the work. So check that out. Link in the show notes if you want to find out more about the install. It includes the phone number and how to get that. All right. Amazon earlier today announced a new FaceTime or FreeTime, feature for the Fire TV Parental Controls. They've also announced a new Fire tablet, HD10, with a faster processor and longer battery life. There's two versions of this: a kid version with a kid case for under $200, and then under $150 you can get the standard version. Noticeable improvement in battery life, noticeable improvement in power. It included new split screen picture-in-picture kind of features where you could have Amazon Prime, Twitch, Netflix, etc. streaming on your Fire tablet as you browse your emails, as you browse other areas. Now, if you have Android, you've probably been familiar with this. I think the iPad does it. I don't really use my iPad all that often, but it's good to see Amazon's Fire tablets offering that feature. And it brings a much more powerful Fire TV HD10 tablet to the lineup, but still keeps the price really low. So I have a couple Fire TV tablets, or Fire tablets. Fire TV is just ingrained in my mind today. Fire tablets in my house that I really enjoy using when I travel. I have the old Fire 10 that just set up like a nightstand at a hotel, so I don't have to always worry about connecting a Roku or something to the TV. This is a really great feature here that allows you to go and have a cheap tablet for movies and streaming. I'd love to know what you think of the Fire tablets. I know some people have complained they were underpowered, and it seems like Amazon's really addressed that with the latest update here to make them a very competitive tablet to Android and maybe some lower end iPads, but at a fraction of the price. So let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts on these stories. If you're new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Also, tonight I will be on the Cord Killers with Brian Brushwood and Tom Merritt. They do a podcast over at cordkillers.com about cord cutting for quite some time now. And I'll be joining them for the show as their guest to talk all things cord cutting. At 7 p.m. Eastern, Cord Killers, link in the show notes down below if you want to find out more about that. So thanks for watching. Thank you for being a subscriber. Huge appreciation for it. I'll be back tomorrow with more cord cutting today, news, tips, tricks, and reviews.